Folks, look at those gorgeous cabbage rolls. This is going to be a memorable recipe for you. It's delicious. Okay, I'm getting ready for my morning shoot. I'm going to be making some cabbage rolls today. Another cooking video. And I do believe I need a little morning coffee. Well, time to get at it. It's morning. I'm ready to get busy cooking. I've got all of my ingredients laid out over here. Folks, this is going to be cabbage rolls. It's going to be a whole new way of looking at cabbage rolls. A whole new recipe. I'm tired of bland recipes from the past. You know, a piece of cabbage with hamburger meat and rice on the inside. Gee, could we get just a little more boring? All right, I don't want to do that. This is going to be a very special recipe today. This is a whole new recipe, a whole new take on cabbage rolls. I decided to just kind of do this from what I have inside of me, what I decided I wanted a cabbage roll to be. This recipe is delicious. Sometimes when I make a recipe, I'll test it out on some friends of mine who are chefs. This time, they were all clamoring for more. They absolutely loved it. The feedback I got on it was, we want this recipe. I want to make this. And please, when you make some more, bring us some more. And this is what they told me. So I'm looking forward to you seeing this recipe and giving it a try. This is cabbage rolls reborn. Come on. Today's ingredients are absolutely fantastic. I've got all this wonderful stuff sitting out here. Now, first of all, the star of our show, right in the foreground there, that is a pork tenderloin, ladies and gentlemen. Our pork tenderloin, and also some chorizo sausage. This is a Mexican sausage that's delicious. Now, I did say Americana, but guess what? This works fantastic. And if you don't want to do the pork thing, you can always do beef. Use, a beef tenderloin or a really nice steak and some spicy beef sausage. So you can do it either way. Also, we're going to be using cabbage, potato, tomato, green onions, some salt, onion powder, oregano, and black pepper. Fantastic ingredients when they're done the right way and prepped the right way. And I'm going to show you a fantastic recipe right now. Now folks, we have this beautiful tenderloin. Mine is semi-frozen to make it a little easier to cut. That way I get nice even dice. You don't want it fully frozen. Go ahead, cut yours up about 1/4 to 3/8 inch dice. After you've diced up that pork, we're going to be working on the vegetables. So we'll turn to those next. The first thing you want to do is to clean those tomatoes. So half them, wash out the seeds, they're ready to go. Snip the roots off of your onions and peel your potato. Then let's get it all diced up just like we did the meat. Everything for the most part is ready for the cooking to begin. We've got all the dicing done, all the prep work done with one exception. We need to fix our cabbage up. So let's get that sucker par cooked. That's the trick in making the cabbage tender, giving it a par cook. Now folks, let's take a pot, put about 1 inch of water in it, bring it to a boil, put your cabbage in there, and par cook it for 20 minutes. After that, take it out and let it cool on a board to prep it. Now folks, as I wait for my cabbage to get cooked, I have all of these ingredients to combine. I'm going to start by working the chorizo throughout the meat evenly. That way I have an even dispersal of those ingredients together. I want them very smooth and, well, just evenly worked together. Then I'll start putting in each of the rest one at a time, mixing them in. The spices, I'll put all of those in at once, and it'll finish it up once it's thoroughly combined. So just get yours thoroughly mixed and make sure it's even in its consistency, okay? My cabbage is down in here, 20 minutes in the steam. Right here, I have my filling. It's all mixed up. It's ready to go in our cabbage rolls. And boy, that is looking delicious right there. I've placed a layer of oil in the bottom of my casserole dish. I'm still waiting for my cabbage to finish coming down to a comfortable temperature, and that'll be probably about 10 to 15 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, once this cools enough to work on it, take a knife and just cut around the core using a paring knife. That'll release all those leaves and you're ready to use them for stuffing. So there we go. And rolled up nice and pretty. When I first made these, I knew I was onto a good recipe. You know, just all of the flavors were there to make for something special. And so I expected something good, but not as good as it actually came out. These were really top-notch. Okay. There it is, folks. I've got them all rolled up and ready to go. I'm going to hit them with a little olive oil and a sprinkle of salt and bake these for about 50 minutes to 1 hour at 350 degrees. Now make sure you cover this. I'm going to put some foil over the top of this so that they will steam the way they're supposed to. Oh, there we go. In the oven, if you're doing a single layer like this in a lighter dish, it's going to be about 50 minutes, maybe an hour. If you used a heavy cast iron dish, you're probably going to need to add an extra 10 minutes to it. If you're used to cast iron, you probably already know that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's in the oven. I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to relax for a little bit after I clean up. And I'm looking forward to my cabbage rolls. This is a wonderful dish. Wait till you try it. The quantities of what we use today, folks, this started with that beautiful pork tenderloin, and that's 1.5 pounds of pork tenderloin. Right here, that is 9 ounces of Mexican chorizo sausage. 1 green cabbage. You'll need a large one to really make all of them that you want. This was a medium one. A large one will give you many more leaves. 1 medium potato, which should give you about a cup of diced potato when you're done. A couple of Roma tomatoes, which should give you anywhere from 3/4 of a cup to a cup of diced tomato when you're done. And you're looking for about the same amount in green onions, about 3/4 of a cup to a cup of chopped green onion. On our spices, that's 1/2 teaspoon of salt in the actual mixture, and another 1/2 teaspoon sprinkled over the rolls after they're made. The onion powder, on that you're going to want to use about 1/2 teaspoon, up to 1 teaspoon of oregano, and your black pepper, you get to use 1 teaspoon of that also. That is your quantities, and folks, I hope you enjoy this. Now let's take a look at those finished cabbage rolls. They are mighty delicious. Well, I've just taken these out of the oven and given them 10 minutes to cool. The pan is still somewhat hot, and I'm giving some steam off of these, but they're just ready to serve right now. So folks, let's enjoy. Okay, let's take a look inside of one of these guys. Oh yeah, looky there, folks. Isn't that beautiful? That's what we're looking for right there. Well, folks, I have this gorgeous dish here. Delicious. And oh, let me tell you. Oh. The flavors on this are divine. They just work perfectly. They pop. Exactly exactly what I was going for when I came up with this recipe. I'm really looking forward to having some more of this. Folks, thank you for watching. This was really fun to make these for you. If you enjoyed this, please put something in the comments. Please click that like button. And if you would, if you haven't subscribed, please do that. Take a look at what we got on Texas Cooking Today. There's a lot of videos there, a lot of recipes, and some really good food going on. Also, if you have any questions, comments, just drop them down there in the boxes. You know what to do. You'd be surprised how often I will fulfill a request for somebody else. Now, so you'll know, this is a request for a viewer that asked me to make a video. And he asked me to basically to help him with his cabbage rolls. So I told him I would do a video on this, and that's exactly what I've done. So Gary Jones, thank you very much for asking for cabbage rolls. You got exactly what you asked for. And please, you have a good day. Folks, enjoy the cabbage rolls, and thank you for watching. Ooh, come with me.